So I'm really excited to hear today from Alexandra on transforming tech leadership, 3 ways to shift communication and get your time back. Because if I can make it faster and move on to doing other work besides continuing to advocate internally, if my communication improves, I get to do more stuff. I don't have to keep repeating that in different formats. So thank you very much for being with us all for this final session in the morning session here. Alexandra, please come on up.
Hi. Thank you. Hi. Okay. This is the topic that all of you are waiting for, right? People stuff, communication. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so I'm Alexandra Lomańska. I'm from Poland. So I came here to show you a couple things that might be transformative, might be something that will be your aha moment from today's session. I'm a former violinist turned engineer turned organization psychologist, and I've decided to combine my analytical brain with everything that we deal with. So if you came here to sit comfortably, it is not going to happen. So, before I jump into what I've prepared for you, I'm going to make you uncomfortable at the very beginning of this presentation, and I'm going to invest 3 minutes of my time in that. So, please stand up, everybody. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Oh, the worst show ever. Stand up. Go ahead. Stand up. If you're coming, stand up. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so the first task that you're getting from me today is to find one person somewhere around you, left, right, somewhere, and 3 minutes of a conversation with the other person, answering one question. First person, then the second person. What do you hate the most when it comes to working with people? You go. 3 minutes. A minute and a half. Thirty seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time is up. Woo! Okay, bravo for you. First uncomfortable thing here done. You can sit down. Finally. Yeah, that's what we came here for. I hear those sighs in here. Okay, so this is it. And in this exercise, most of the time, what I got? I hate when people don't think logically, doing things without any sense, speaking too much, not listening, thinking that they're the smartest person in the room. My leader is not listening to what I've got to say. I'm an expert here. I know what to do, and I cannot do it because nobody listens. Anybody here with that kind of, all of those above? That's why I started my own companies, to not deal with a lot of things. But today, I've got 3 things, 3 ways, but I would say 3 elements of the process. My analytical brain is here with you. So take notes. You can take photos of everything is on the slides, because you are going to need it after this beautiful conference. But to feed your beautiful brains, do you know that people spend 17 hours per week, approximately, on clarifying communication, meetings, because the meetings passes by and we're not establishing anything, actually, no action points? I don't know people who are saying, Alex, I have too little of a meeting on my calendar. I could have used more. So research is there. And for those of you who are founders, entrepreneurs, leaders, money talks as well. So if you like it, here we go. So pure communication costs us approximately 10 to 12% of an employee's annual salary, and numbers are here. So I took like an approximate amount of money that a DevOps engineer has. Any DevOps engineers here can count on this number. And it's approximately 12 to 14K per year. And if you're saying that you don't have money to growth, to development, to have extra tech, to have something that can support you in working smarter, this is a lie. Because this is where we can save actual money. And this is, the times are over where we treated soft skills like something that is not important. They are power skills now. It can be potato, but you know what? You can be the smartest person in the room when it comes to technology. You can have beautiful skills when it comes to your tech skills. But at the end of the day, there's always some person that you are working with. There's a client, external, internal one. There are people that you need to work with. They are your team. If you are a leader, there's your team, stakeholders, matrix teams, you name it. And we like it or not. I know that I have an approximate superstition, I would say, that most of you here in this room, if you could have worked all alone, you could have taken it. Okay? So this is it, and data speaks for yourself. So this is it. But you know what I'm hearing all the time? Despite that, we do know from a rational, analytical brain that, yes, those skills are important, because if I don't waste time on that, I can reinvest it in the tech stuff that I really love. But I work with tech space more, like for the last 10 years, I was working with different teams, organizations, and you know what I still see all the time? This is it. And it cost us a lot. So I want to introduce for you those 3 steps, those 3 things that I want you to have after this session, practical things that you can take and do and implement in your life. So what we can do here, get an algorithm for people. So actually there is one that you can use. So if you like your algorithms, that you work around processes, patterns, procedures, documentation. And we all know that it's something that can work. You can get it for people. Alex, interesting. OK, tell me more. So once you get it, you use it, and you get your 17 hours per week back. If there is somebody in this room who doesn't need extra 17 hours, let me know. OK, we can trade. But if you need it, if you can really use it, stay with me. We are going to go through some practical stuff here. So I would love you to meet John. John is one of my mentees that I work with a couple months back. He started as a Java developer, so a tech person, then he came to the role of product owner, then a product manager, and right now he's a VP of product in his startup. So he's a founder of a well-known startup in Poland. And he came to me, and he said, Alex, I need to fire my whole team. The whole one. Developers and back office. I cannot work with them. 40 people, 39, let's say. And I'm like, okay, interesting, tell me more. Okay. What was the root cause of this sentence that I've got from John? John was dealing with, and check with yourself, if this is your experience, any of those bullet points that I'm going to give you. John was dealing with endless meetings that need another meeting, to clarify things and make any decision at the end. So this is the first thing. The second thing was that people are not delivering their job on time or in a quality that we need. So this was it. And at the end of the day, when John delegated a task and he got a result, and he was like, oh my goodness, what a moron. I did it like 15 years ago with my eyes closed. So he ended up like doing everything on his own. Because he's an expert, so he can do it, right? And the third thing, that people are not understand what he says. In his brain, everything is clear, but those not very smart people are not understanding it. So this is why John told me, I need to fire those old people that I have. I cannot work with it anymore. This is not working. My genius zone is not in everything else, but I want this firm to happen, to deliver value. And his intention was good. So what do we know about John? And if any of those are your characteristics and qualities, stick with me. John speaks data, language of facts, logic. He says things like, I think, in my brain, it needs to make sense. The data says, the logic is there, the facts are there. Things need to make sense for him as well. So if something doesn't make any sense, he's not going to do it. And what's most important, and it was visible in the story, John gets frustrated when people don't think, they make mistakes. Stupid mistakes are the worst for him. Repetitive mistakes, asking the same questions over and over again. Making irrational decisions. Don't use any data whatsoever to make any decisions. Don't deliver work. Don't deliver certain things that we agreed on and waste their time on illogical conversations and create drama. Yeah. So this is John. Who is like John here? Thank you. And those of you who didn't put your hands in, you'll see. But what we know from that, and here's the algorithmical part coming in. John is a thinker. John is a thinker from process communication model framework that I use as a communication intelligence, part of what I preach and use and teach, especially in tech space, that we don't particularly like to invest time in people's skills, but to take the 17 hours back, we need to be smarter. We need to put the algorithm there. And it is not about putting people in the boxes. It's about creating a framework that I can use and analytically go through all of those elements. There are only 6. So John is a thinker, but there are 5 more options. So if you want to take any photos here from the slides, feel free to do it, because this is the part that you can actually use in practice while the conversation here and the whole thing is over. So we have a thinker, and the thinker is what we already mentioned. So a person who speaks data, facts, logic, thoughts, gets frustrated when other people don't make time and space to analyze things that are too fast as well, because the thinker needs to calmly analyze things. And when they have the person that is like, you know what, John, I need it now, I need it right now, just give me a decision, they're just going, no, I'm not going to do it. The next one, the second one, is persister. So persister is all about opinions. In my view, in my opinion, in my point of view, for me the important thing is, this is the wording that you can actually read over emails, Slack messages, Teams messages, or listening from other people. And those people are so focused on process, procedures, politics, that sometimes they're forgetting about the whole world. So things need to be in order, but not from the analytical perspective, but from the perspective of the rules. So rules need to be there, met. And they get frustrated when things are not perfect. Do you know people who are like, you have a 99% of the task completed, and they see only this 1% that is not done? This is it. This is this person. When people don't follow the rules, they get angry. When people are not trustworthy, they get angry, and they attack under stress and under pressure as well. So this is the persistor part. Harmonizer. Emotions. I don't feel like it. You know what? This idea that you gave me, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't feel right. Okay. So those people that speak emotions, I feel, in my feeling, they have a huge access to a vocabulary of emotions as well. So they seek harmony. They are great people to build teams. They seek good atmosphere. They remember about the birthdays. They collect money for the birthday gifts. So they are taking care of the atmosphere that we have here together. And they got frustrated when the other people don't care. Other people don't see them as a person. So this is the person that don't, if you are leaders here, leaders, founders, when you recognize people, give feedback, this is the person who doesn't need good job, good work, because this is not their need. They need to hear, it's good to have you in a team. It's amazing what you do, what you contribute to the team. It's thanks to you, team is working like that. And for analytical brains like most of yours, because you raised your hand, is like, what the? But we communicate like we like most of the time, like we need, like we prefer. And we think in our brains that everybody else needs the same thing. And that is the biggest lie that our brain gives us. 5 more options, not a lot. So this is it, the harmonizer. The 4th one, the rebel. Okay, people, let's get this party started. Okay, coffee, lunch, tea, okay? How are you going? How are you doing? Okay. Like a crazy person. Let's just sit down and get to work. Okay? And those people need contact. And we can laugh. But especially in tech space, right now, I see more and more people like that in their base of personality, so we're using the most of this frequency. And they are so frustrated, and people don't want to talk with them, don't want to eat lunch with them, don't have to organize time to have coffee with them. So they need to have fun. They need to have creativity. They need to have something they can do with others. But if things are boring, they're just not delivering work, like at all. I had an employee last year with this personality base, and you know what I've experienced? I gave him a task, and he came to me and said, Alex, I don't like a task like that. And I was like, my persistor soul, because I'm a persistor from my base, I was like, kid, just go and do your task. Just my millennial brain to the Gen Z brain, I was like, and it is from it. So if you are hearing like people that, they like it, it's crap, I'm not doing it, and your brain is like, what? This is it. So it is not laziness, it is not disengagement, like we think from our analytical brain and our generation. This is it. This is a need for having fun, for having something creative to do. Repetitive tasks are like crazy for this person. 5, promoter. Number 5 is promoter. Promoter is like, okay, no more talking, let's do things. Yeah, okay, analyzing, schmanalyzing, blah, blah, blah. An hour of meeting, Just give me like 10 minutes, just invite me to the end, tell me what to do, and I'm going to do it. Okay? Do you know people like that? No analyzing. We're just going to go things and we'll see. #agile. We'll see what will happen. Iteratively, we are going to check out. So they cannot wait. They are going frustrated when things are slow. And the last one will be the slowest for them. So they get crazy when people are thinking, are analyzing things, are talking with each other so long. And he's like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I have a little stroke here. So they need a lot of things to do. So if you are this person or you have employees like that, repetitive tasks, nope. Documentation preparation, nope. Okay? Processes mapping, okay? But they're great with doing things, with execution. They have a task, they go do it. They have another one, they go do it. So this is something that we need to make things work. And interestingly, for those analytical brains of yours, only 5% of global population is this personality base. So a lot of thinkers, a lot of talkers, but when it comes to doing things, yeah, this is it. Last but not least, an imaginer. This is a person who uses the imagination. They imagine things, and all of the work that they're doing is in their brains. So they don't speak a lot. I have so many workshops that I run when the whole day, and people are like sitting like that. Whole day. You can check your position right now. Not saying anything, just poker face. I don't know what they're thinking. I'm not sure if they think that I'm crazy. I talk too much. I give those weird examples from my personal life as well, and professional life, last 10 years of being a leader and working with different organizations. This is what I do, and those people are sometimes like, what the hell is going on? And the imaginers are like thinkers, but not very vocal. So this is like the memes, like there's a brain and the whole story is here. So beautiful things are happening in this brain. And I have one COO that I work with, go back in Poland, and he's this person, this imaginer in his personality base, because we all have all of those qualities, but every single person has one that is the strongest in them. And when I go to him for a meeting, and we have a contract on that, of course, I bring my lunch. Because I said something to him, and he's standing in front of his window, and he's like, And the process goes like crazy in this brain, but I'm like, because I cannot stand this, the speed of the process. It's super hard for me. But I understand, and I know that this is important for him. To not push him, because if you push this person, they are going to withdraw and you're getting nothing. And interesting thing, they hate questions, like the promoter before. So we are learning that ask questions, ask more questions. And people who are thinkers, they love questions because we need to gather data. We need to know more. And there are all of those beautiful things that are learning, that they're teaching us that we should ask more questions. This is a coaching approach. Super beautiful, but only 2 out of 6 of those are responding to questions. That's why, when you ask a question at home, for example, honey, what you want to get from dinner? I don't know, you choose. And no, not this one. I don't want this one. So this is why. So this is an algorithm, and we all have all of those, but every single person has one. So this is it. And you can say, Alex, this is interesting, but what do I do with that? So this is a theory part, very beautiful, beautiful slides and everything, but what do I do with that? So, number 1, recognize the algorithm. When you talk to somebody, you can try to do it starting lunchtime that we have after the speech. So when you talk with people, listen to how and what they're saying, not the context, the wording. Listen to the I think, I believe, in my opinion, for me personally, I feel, or so listen to for it. You can take some emails, Slack, Teams messages, and you can check the wording. This is the thing, the easiest thing that you can do because you don't need to listen. You have everything in written. So you can take it and see, okay, my boss is saying, interesting. Okay? So recognize the pattern. This is always the first step of everything. And you are doing great, so many analytical brains here, so you can do a pattern recognition very easily. So recognize the algorithm. Check what kind of wording is the most repetitive. Use the algorithm for you. So tailor your communication a little bit. This is something that is called communication intelligence, because we can talk about the regular intelligence. We can talk about emotional intelligence. That is, for those of you like me, who don't have a lot of access to the harmonizer floor, speaking about emotions is like, nope, not doing it. So that's why we need to use our brains better. And this is what you do beautifully, because you won't be here if you don't do it. So using it, tailor your communication a little bit. Sometimes even one change from I think to I believe makes the whole change. And this is not something we are taught in school. So that's why we are here today learning that. And using it is getting your time back. Because when you tailor your communication, you're getting better understanding, you are better in contracting, we understand each other better, so we don't need so many meetings. Meetings are shorter, and we get this time back so we can reinvest it in things that we really like, that are in our genius zones. And this is something that we should crave for here, to have this time. And if I'm going to listen one more time, I don't have time, Alex. I don't have time to take care of myself, to read, to listen, to have one-on-ones with my team, to actually sit and think. This is not true, because we are wasting so much time on that. And what I would love for all of you to have before we go for our lunch is that the knowledge is potential power. And we all love having knowledge. That's why we're here in these events like that. And that's why I gave you a little bit of knowledge here today. But using knowledge is a real one. So this is something that I want you to have, and I'm going to use the last 3 minutes of my time here to get you uncomfortable again. Standing up, who can, please? Go, go, go. Oh, okay, it was so uncomfortable. Standing up, who can, please? Okay. Okay, same exercise. So find a partner or two if you want. We can stretch as well, of course, after this 30 minutes. We can do it. And talk about one thing that you are going to do after this speech today. What you are going to be more mindful about, who are you going to talk about it, what you are going to do. Go. Okay, 1 minute. 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Please don't sit. Please don't sit down. Please don't. Just get up, get up, get up, get up. It wasn't a sentence out loud. Okay. So this is me. Thank you for joining this session, and please come back to another sessions after the break, after the lunch, and that's how you'll get a standing ovation. Okay? Thank you.